to another video. So I'm here with Rudi at the treatment lab. If you haven't seen any of our videos before, we did a couple earlier this year about marathon training, rest and recovery, and also marathon tapering. So we'll leave the links below, so if you'd like to go and check those out. But today we are going to be talking about the importance of stretch and core work for runners. So I'll let Rudi introduce himself and then we'll get on with the video.
Hi, I'm Rudi Chaplin from the treatment lab, sports rehabilitator. I've run a few marathons myself, so hopefully you'll find this advice useful for you.
And my name's Katie. I'm also known as Clean Coach Katie and a personal trainer. Also a runner myself, and I've run 2 London marathons. And so Rudi and I thought we'd put this video together today, both as runners and just to understand the strength and core work importance in our routine. Both been injured in the past and obviously trying to understand how to overcome it, and just want to educate others on how they can go about keeping as fit and as healthy as possible. We've both suffered with injury before. Rudi, if you tell us a few things that you've suffered with and how you've overcome them.
One of my most common injuries is tight calves or calf strains. I had one a few months ago when I was training for half marathon. I've also had a stress fracture of tibia before and IT band problems, which are all common running injuries.
Yep, and quite similar to Rudi as well. I've also had shin splints and a stress fracture in my tibia as well, and then also this year as well, calf strain. So similar injuries, but we're going to talk about today about sort of how we can overcome those. So first of all, we're going to talk about the importance of strength work and core work and sort of what it is, because we talk about it a lot, but actually you need to understand what it is. Strength work is building the strength in our muscles and our joints due to the highly repetitive movements that we do whilst running. Core work as well, a lot of people think that our core is just our stomach and our abs muscles and our six packs. However, our core also incorporates our glutes, our backs, our hips, and the whole sort of trunk region here. Anything else you think that covers?
Yeah, glutes is one of the most important areas that every runner should be working on.
Okay, so we've spoken about strength and core work and what it is, but now we're going to talk about the importance of it. So for me, I think the main thing is injury prevention.
Yeah, absolutely. Loads of injuries that can happen from poor core. So you've got IT band problems, piriformis, tight calves, patellar tendonitis and knee problems. IT band problems. There's a whole load of injuries that can be caused by poor glutes, poor core. So the importance firstly is injury prevention. If you have a strong core, you can reduce your risk. You're not going to eradicate the risk, but you can reduce the risk of injury. But also it makes you a more efficient runner as well. So your muscles are going to be, you're going to have more endurance, you're going to have a better stride, you have better technique when you're running, and that will result in a lot more efficient run as well. Yeah,
I think that strength work is also important for racing, because if you're racing, you're going to tend to run faster, and in the latter stages of the races, your muscles are going to become fatigued. But if you've got a good sort of good core and your legs are strong and your glutes, then it's going to help you through those final miles. I think as well, having a good core and good posture helps to sort of prevent the forward slump, because when we get tired, naturally we're going to start to lean over. However, with a better core, we're going to be more upright, and again, it's going to make us more efficient in our running. So not only, we don't want to be too negative, like saying you should do strength and core work to prevent injury, but it's such an important thing to actually help us to make us better runners at the same time.
Absolutely.
As Rudi said before, runners tend to just run, and as part of a routine or a schedule, if people are training towards an event, people try to sort of train 4 to 5 times a week and just run. And I completely understand and can understand that trying to then fit in 3 sessions in the gym on top of that is quite a lot. So how often do you think we should be trying to incorporate core and strength work into our routine?
I think ideally twice a week. It doesn't have to be a whole hour dedicated to it. It can be, at home. It doesn't have to be in the gym. There is a lot of floor exercises you can do at home as well, or you can go to maybe a class that might only be 45 minutes or something that gets to the point. Or you can add it in at the start of a run, go and do some core work beforehand. Yeah,
that's a great idea.
So you can sort of fit it into one session as such.
Yeah, I'd say the same. I'd say sort of 2 to 3 sessions a week, and sometimes sort of 20 to 30 minutes can be absolutely perfect. I'd also say on sort of maybe on non-running days or low intensity training days, just to allow the muscles to get the full benefit of the training as well. So yeah, 2 to 3 times a week, 20 to 30 minutes, and like you said, it can be done at home, or it can be done in the gym, or even there's a few exercises we'll talk through later that can be done just at your desk and things like that. So we've discussed strength and core work, but what are the best exercises for us to do? What would you say?
Squats, definitely.
Yeah.
Single leg and double leg. Lunges are quite important. Your glute work, like bridging and clams, are really good.
Yes.
Single leg deadlifts are really good for whole posterior chain, so your glutes, hamstrings, lower back.
Yeah. Okay. And what's the, you hear people talking about single leg squats as well. Is that sort of really good? It's really good in terms of isolating the muscles.
It's good at isolating the muscles, but good at also working on the glute control. So trying to make sure that knee doesn't drift inwards, which will lead to a load of injuries through the knee, hip, lower back. So it's trying to have the control of the glutes whilst you're doing that.
Perfect. And so now we'll go into some demonstrations of the exercises to show you how you can do these at home. So next, how can we incorporate this strength and core work into our routines? Now, fully appreciate that not everyone can get to a gym or have access to a gym, so you can simply do some things at home. Grab a yoga mat and just complete some exercises. Obviously, now that you've seen the demonstrations, you can complete those at home. I'd also say get to a yoga class. I personally love to go to yoga. It's really good for core strength and just in terms of stretching and mobility as well, and flexibility. I found that's really helped out once a week. At your desk, you can just sort of do some exercises, things like cleaning your teeth and doing calf raises, things like that. You've got a couple of minutes in the morning to be able to do that. Anything else?
No, that's it really. It's about trying to fit it into your schedule, because you've got work, you've got family life, you're running 4 or 5 times a week sometimes, and it's trying to fit it all in. So it's just trying to utilise your time as best as possible. Not everyone has an hour 3 times a week to go to the gym, so try and do it as and when you can, but try and be quite strict with it in that you do it a couple of times a week. Yeah.
I'd say as well, try and do it with friends, because core and strength work's not exactly the most interesting or most exciting thing to be doing. So, you know, try and grab a few friends together, get outside. Now the weather's nice, get a few mats and go out and do it together. Or also as well, at the moment I am running a core class starting on the 26th of July, every Wednesday, 6 till 6:45. So 45-minute session, really good for the core and strength work. I'll leave a link below for you, so the timetables and how to book on. But again, another opportunity for you to, and as well, you can just come along, come to a couple of sessions, get some ideas, take them away, and to be able to complete them again in your own time.
Yeah, I agree. Going along to a class is advisable because you'll have someone there trained in the techniques, making sure you've got the correct form until you've more experience in that exercise, to make sure you're activating the right muscles and not risking injury from poor technique as well.
So thanks for watching, everyone. I hope that you enjoyed the video and got some useful content with it. Make sure now that obviously you don't just watch it and you actually go and do the core and strength work. Hopefully you won't be coming to see Rudi, but if you do need to see Rudi, obviously you can find his details at the treatment lab. Again, we'll leave some information below. And also, so if you want to find us, we're both on Facebook, Twitter, I'm on Instagram. So Rudi Chaplin at the treatment lab, and Katie, Clean Coach Katie.